In 2025, more Americans are choosing $300 Android phones over iPhones, and this shift is happening faster than most people expected because the way people use smartphones has changed, and the value equation no longer favors expensive flagships the way it used to, as many U.S. consumers are realizing that for everyday tasks like social media, messaging, video streaming, navigation, and even casual gaming, mid-range Android phones now deliver an experience that feels nearly identical to phones that cost 3 or 4 times more, which makes it harder to justify spending over $1,000 on a device that mostly does the same things. And another major reason is upgrade fatigue, because Americans are holding onto phones longer and noticing that year-to-year improvements in premium phones are smaller than ever, with only minor camera tweaks or design changes, while budget Android phones are improving rapidly, offering high refresh rate displays, solid cameras, fast charging, large batteries, and smooth performance that feels more than enough for daily use. And price pressure is also playing a huge role, as inflation, rising subscription costs, and higher living expenses have made Americans more careful with discretionary spending, pushing many buyers to ask whether a phone should really cost as much as a laptop or gaming console, especially when $300 Android phones from brands like Samsung, Motorola, and Google now offer strong software support, reliable security updates, and clean user experiences. And there's also a growing awareness around flexibility and freedom, because Android users aren't locked into one ecosystem, meaning Americans can switch brands more easily, customize their phones, and avoid feeling trapped into upgrading just to stay compatible with accessories or services. And another key factor is the resale and trade-in reality, since many people have noticed that iPhones no longer hold value as well as they once did due to frequent releases and aggressive carrier promotions, making the financial hit of buying a flagship harder to justify compared to a cheaper phone that loses less value overall. And social perception has shifted too, as smartphones are no longer status symbols the way they were a decade ago, with more Americans prioritizing practicality over prestige, especially among younger users and families who care more about battery life, durability, and affordability than brand image. And carriers have also influenced this trend by promoting affordable Android phones with unlocked options and flexible plans, making it easier for Americans to avoid long contracts and upgrade on their own terms. And when you combine all of this with better cameras powered by AI, smoother performance, improved build quality, and longer software support in the budget segment, it becomes clear why Americans are choosing $300 Android phones over iPhones in 2025. Not because iPhones are bad, but because the gap between expensive and affordable phones has closed so much that paying more no longer feels necessary for the way most people actually live and use their technology today.